everyone, my name is Liz Neroni and I'm a naturalist for Preservation Parks of Delaware County. Today I wanted to go over some tricks I have in order to successfully plant a tree on your property. My first trick, actually planting your tree in the fall instead of the spring. The reason why you don't want to plant in the spring is because transplanting the tree from the pot to your yard is stressful on the plant already. It's going to be amplified by the fact that it now has to produce leaves and flowers and eventually fruit, which takes a lot of energy. So as it's trying to get established in your yard, it has all of these extra things it has to worry about. In the fall, trees naturally go into a dormant state, which means that they can focus strictly on their roots, which is exactly what you need them to do after being transplanted and getting settled into their new home. Another thing you don't have to worry about is watering. If you plant in the spring, you're gonna have to water that tree all spring and summer long. If you plant in the fall, you don't have to worry about that at all. Trick number 2, you pick the right tree for your wants. You have to do some research and see, what do you really want? Why are you planting a tree? Is there a need for shade? Do you want some beautiful foliage? Do you want to attract certain wildlife? There's lots of reasons to plant a tree, but you have to kind of find out what that reason is for you. Now it's time to evaluate your yard. You want to make sure that the soil and water and sun requirements are being met, that your tree is going to be happy with your landscape, okay? That they're compatible, that you're not going to just buy this tree, spend all this time and money and effort in order to try to get this tree in the ground and then have it die because those two things don't match. So trick number 3 is look up, down, and all around. And the reason why you want to do that is because you don't want to plant your tree somewhere that is going to become a problem in the future. So you got to make sure that you know where your house is, maybe there's a fence, or maybe there's a big tree. You really just have to pay attention to your surroundings and to make sure that your tree will be happy there for the long haul. All right, I have everything I need in order to plant this tree. I've got some gloves, I have a shovel, I have a bucket of water, a bag of mulch, the tree that I've chosen, and a good helper. Huh, Jack? What do you think? You're gonna help me plant this tree? All right, let's get started. Trick number 4, dig a hole that is as deep as the pot and is at least twice as wide. The reason why you want to do this is so the tree has lots and lots of room in order to grow. You don't want it confined into a tiny little hole where it would have to struggle in order to get past the really compacted soil. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make sure that the bottom of this tree is level with the ground. I'm gonna take it out of the pot, and how you do that is that you just tip it over, kind of roll it a little bit to make it loose, and then gently pull. Lift this up a little bit and actually tickle the bottom. Put your tree directly in the center of the hole. Now it's time to use the dirt you had dug out and placed next to the hole to fill it back in. You'll use all the dirt, which is surprising, but you will want to make sure that there aren't any air pockets. So crumble it up or even step on it a little bit just to make sure the tree is tucked in securely. Trick number 5, you want to remove all of the tags from the nursery. Believe it or not, these little pieces of plastic or rope can cause major harm to your tree while it's trying to grow. So, to prevent that from happening, just take it off right away. Once you finish doing that, you can put down your mulch. My 6th trick is to make sure that you don't pile too much mulch at the base of your tree. If there is mulch surrounding the bark, it can trap too much moisture and cause molding, which would ultimately kill your tree. So make sure you spread that mulch out evenly. Also, I suggest using a chemical and dye-free mulch. All natural is the way to go. When you're done with that, you can water. Give it a good soak right after planting. We did it! We planted a tree. It's that easy, and you know what? It has a lot of benefits to our ecosystem. So if you're able to add a tree to your landscape, please do. Try to get a native from either Natives in Harmony or Riverside Native Tree Nursery. Those are two really good resources. I just want to say thank you for watching, and hopefully you find that this video was a little bit helpful in starting a new journey in planting a tree in your own yard.